I'm staring at the bandage that I worn for 3 whole years. It's soaked in all the salt and the wreckage of these tears. The doctors say the physical is mending just fine, but they can see the fracture in this hollow chest of mine. I bought the self-help books and I've drank the herbal tea. I've tried to find the version of the girl I used to be, but every time the morning sun starts peeking through the blinds, I'm reminded of the pieces that the sunlight never finds. I'm waiting for the click, I'm waiting for the change, but everything I touch just feels heavy, cold and strange. They say that time's a doctor, but it's looking like a liar when you're standing in the ashes of a once eternal fire. And I think I've got a heart that forgot how to heal. It's stuck in the broken and it's lost to how to feel. The scars have turned to stone and the stone has turned to ice, and I'm paying for a love that I've already paid for twice. I reach for the man, but I only find the steel of a heart that forgot. A heart that forgot how to heal. I went out on a Friday with a man who knew my name. He was kind and he was gentle, but it didn't feel the same. His hand upon my shoulder felt like static on a screen, like a ghost trying to whisper to a girl who's never been. I wanted to feel something, even if it was a sting, but I'm just a hollow bell that's forgotten how to ring. I've practiced all the breathing and I've walked the forest floor, but the better that they promised isn't knocking at my door. I'm waiting for the click, I'm waiting for the spark, but I'm just getting used to living inside of the dark. They say that time's a doctor, but it's looking like a thief who took the joy away and left me nothing but the grief. And I think I've got a heart that forgot how to heal. It's stuck in the broken and it's lost the how to feel. The scars have turned to stone and the stone has turned to ice, and I'm paying for a love that I've already paid for twice. I reach for the man, but I only find the steel of a heart that forgot. A heart that forgot how to heal. Is there a reset button? Is there a second wind? Or am I just the place where the story has to end? I'm tired of the waiting, I'm tired of the try. I'm just a bird who's forgotten how to look up at the sky. It forgot the rhyme, it's just taking up space and it's taking up time. Maybe this is just how I'm meant to be, with a heart that forgot how to be for me. I pulled over by the mile marker where we used to stop to watch the valley change as the summer temperatures drop. I opened up the glove box looking for that folded map with the car coffee stains and the memories falling in my lap. I thought if I just drove far enough, the air would start to feel like it did before, the silence and the grinding of the wheel. But the diner's boarded up and the neon sign is dead, and the road just keeps on stretching like a lonely silver thread. I'm looking for a landmark, I'm looking for a sign to take me to the version of the life that once was mine. But the compass just keeps spinning and the stars are out of tune, and there's a cold and bitter feeling under this January moon. I've been driving in circles, staring through the mist, trying to find a doorway to a world that don't exist. I wanted to go home to the us I used to know, to the girl who wasn't hollow, to the love that didn't go. But the bridges washed away and the river's running black, and I'm finally realizing the way back doesn't exist. No, there is no way back. The radio is static, just a white and hollow noise, like the echoes of the promises and the ghost of all our joys. I see your face in every pair of headlights passing by, a flicker in the darkness, a trick played on the eye. I tried to find the rhythm of the life we used to live, but I'm a different kind of person with a different kind of need. You can't unbreak a window, you can't unspill the wine, and you can't go back to human once you've crossed the jagged line. I'm looking for a landmark, I'm looking for a spark, but I'm just a lonely traveler, lost inside the dark. The map is just a lie now, the ink is getting blurred, and forever is the saddest word I think I've ever heard. I've been driving in circles, staring through the mist, trying to find a doorway to a world that don't exist. I wanted to go home to the us I used to know, to the girl who wasn't hollow, to the love that didn't go. But the bridges washed away and the river's running black, and I'm finally realizing the way back doesn't exist. No, there is no way back. You can't go back to the garden once the winter's taken hold. You can't go back to the fire once the embers have turned cold. I'm standing on the shoulder of a highway built of tears, accepting that I can't undo the damage of the years. The way back doesn't exist. I'm looking in the rear view, but the road is gone. The way back doesn't exist. I guess I'll just keep driving on, just keep driving. Just keep driving. I found that old cassette in the back of the Ford with the Sharpie written title I used to adore. I was scared to press play, scared to hear the hum of the girl I was before I became this numb. We were a 3-chord promise in a 2-lane town. Windows rolled open, hair flying down, but the tape got tangled and the melody frayed. And I'm standing in the static of the mess we made. I can see the porch from where we found the beat. I can feel the rhythm of the summer heat, but the air went cold and the music died. And I'm stuck on the note where you said goodbye. Now I'm standing in the place where a song went silent. The quiet is a storm and it's feeling kind of violent. There's a ghost of a chorus hanging in the air, but I'm reaching for a harmony that isn't there. We were a symphony, we were a wildfire glow, but the needle hit the edge and had nowhere to go. Yeah, I'm just a lonely heart in a violin, search for the place where our song went silent. The radio was playing that song you like, the one about the neon and the Saturday night. I used to sing the high part, you take the low. Now I'm just a soloist with nowhere to go. I've tried to write a new one, a different kind of tune, but every lyric ends up back in this room where the piano is dusty and the strings are all broke, and our happily ever after went up in smoke. I can see the porch from where we found the beat. I can feel the rhythm of the summer heat, but the bridge collapsed and the verses dried, and I'm stuck on the note where you said goodbye. Now I'm standing in the place where a song went silent. The quiet is a storm and it's feeling kind of violent. There's a ghost of a chorus hanging in the air, but I'm reaching for a harmony that isn't there. We were a symphony, we were a wildfire glow, but the needle hit the edge and had nowhere to go. Yeah, I'm just a lonely heart in a violin, search for the place where a song went silent. Is it lost in the rafters? Is it buried in the yard? How did making music get to be so hard? I'm humming to the shadows, I'm whistling to the rain, but it's just a hollow echo of a long distance pain. Now I'm standing in the place where a song went silent. The quiet is a storm and it's feeling kind of violent. There's a ghost of a chorus hanging in the air, but I'm reaching for a harmony that isn't there. Where did the music go? It's so quiet now. I'm listening for the beat, but I don't know how. Just a hum in the wire, just a ghost in the choir where our song went silent. The white knuckles are starting to turn to gray. I've been gripping this rope for 1,000 days, waiting for the tension to finally break. calculating every single breath I take. I'm the keeper of the fire, the one who stays awake, fixing every promise that you managed to shake. But the embers are dying and the chimney is cold, and I'm getting too weary for the lies being told. My arms are shaking and my spirit is thin. I'm losing the battle with the state I'm in. I thought being strong meant never letting go, but there's a different kind of power in the no. I'm just tired of holding on to a ghost of a thing, tired of the weight that a forever can bring. I've been the anchor in your restless sea, but there's nobody anchored and waiting for me. My heart is a muscle that's overworked and sore, and I can't carry the us anymore. I'm opening my hands, letting the gravity dawn. Yeah, I'm just tired of holding on. The neighbors think we're perfect in our yellow door house, but they don't see the silence or the quiet of a mouse. I've been polishing the silver, I've been painting the cracks, while I'm carrying your shadows on my aching back. I'm tired of the maybe, I'm tired of the soon. I'm tired of howling at a hollowed out moon. I've been your biggest fan and your only light, but I'm checking out of the ring tonight. My arms are shaking and my spirit is thin. I'm losing the battle with the state I'm in. I thought being strong meant never letting go, but I'm finding my peace in the overflow. I'm just tired of holding on to a ghost of a thing, tired of the weight that a forever can bring. I've been the anchor in your restless sea, but there's nobody anchored and waiting for me. My heart is a muscle that's overworked and sore, and I can't carry the us anymore. I'm opening my hands, letting the gravity dawn. Yeah, I'm just tired of holding on. It's not that I don't love you, it's that I'm disappearing under the weight of the future you're fearing. I'm choosing my life, I'm choosing to breathe, I'm choosing the door, and I'm choosing to leave. I'm tired of holding on to a ghost of a thing, tired of the weight that a forever can bring. I've been the anchor in your restless sea, but there's nobody anchored and waiting for me. My heart is a muscle that's overworked and sore, and I can't carry the us anymore. I'm letting go, feel the rope slip away. I'm letting go, there's nothing left to say. The grip is gone, I'm tired of holding on. I'm sitting on the edge of the bed we used to share, tracing the patterns in the empty air. The coffee's getting bitter in your favorite cup. I'm still waiting for the ghost of you to show up. I keep the porch light burning till the break of dawn, refusing to admit that you're really gone. I've walked 1,000 miles in a circle in this hall, just staring at your picture hanging on the wall. They tell me that moving on is a mountain to climb, that the jagged edges soften with a little bit of time. But time is just a thief, it's stealing all our years, and I'm drowning in a river of these silver tears. 'Cause in love could build a bridge, I'd walk it tonight. I'd crawl through the dark just get to your light. If tears could form an ocean, I'd swim to the shore where I'd never have to lose you, not anymore. If a heartbeat was a currency, I'd spend every track. Oh, if love could bring you back, baby, you'd be back. I saw a car like yours at the stoplight today. For a second I forgot the world was colored gray. I almost called your name, I almost reached for the phone. Then the light turned green and I was back to alone. It's the little things that get me, like the way you laugh. Now I'm living in a world that's only lived in half. I'm a melody playing with the harmony gone, just a lonely singer trying to find the song. They tell me that moving on is a mountain to climb, that the jagged edges soften with a little bit of time. But I don't want the soft, I want the you I knew. I'm still tangled in the memory of loving you. Cause love could build a bridge, I'd walk it tonight. I'd crawl through the dark just to get to your light. If tears could form an ocean, I'd swim to the shore where I'd never have to lose you, not anymore. If a heartbeat was a currency, I'd spend every track. Oh, if love could bring you back, baby, you'd be back. I'd barter with the heavens, I'd bargain with the stars. I'd take every shadow and I'd wear all the scars, just to hear your keys rattling in the front door, just to see your boots resting on the wooden floor. There's no price too high, there's no valley too deep for a promise that I know I'd never get to keep. I'd reach out my hand and you wouldn't disappear, but the room is still quiet and the clock just ticks. If love could bring you back. I'm digging through the boxes of a life we used to lead, searching for a version of the girl I used to be. The house is full of echoes, but the air is getting thin. I'm closing all the windows just to keep the silence in. I found a receipt from the diner off the main, before the summer fever turned into the autumn rain. I can almost hear the jukebox, I can almost smell the smoke, before I ever after became a cruel and heavy joke. I'm replaying every movie, every Sunday in the park, trying to find the moment where the light turned into dark. But there's one sound that haunts me like a ghost I can't erase. It's the way you used to speak to me before you left this place. I'm holding on to where I'm reaching for a flame, just trying to remember the last time you said my name. There was no warning in your voice, no tremor in the sound, no sign that everything we built was crashing to the ground. It was just a simple word, a soft and steady silver line. Back when I was yours and back when you were mine. Now the silence people call me honey, or they call me how you been, but it doesn't sound the same coming from a friend. The syllables you gathered always felt like a prayer. Now I'm just a stranger breathing in the cold October air. I recorded every message on the machine by the bed, just to hear the ghost of something that you might have said. But the tape is getting grainy and the battery is low, and I'm terrified of letting the last of your spirit go. I'm replaying every movie, every Sunday in the park, searching for the exit, searching for the spark. But there's one sound that haunts me like a ghost I can't erase. It's the way you used to speak to me before you left this place. I'm holding on to air, I'm reaching for a flame, just trying to remember the last time you said my name. There was no warning in your voice, no tremor in the sound, no sign that everything we built was crashing to the ground. It was just a simple word, a soft and steady silver line, back when I was yours and back when you were mine. Now the silence is a desert, and I'm the one to blame for forgetting how it tasted. Was it over coffee? Was it good night, see you soon? Was it whispered in the kitchen by the light of the moon? If I knew that it was final, I'd have caught it in a jar to keep it like a compass when I don't know where you are. Even if it's in a dream, nothing is as quiet as it seems. The last time you said my name, I didn't know it was the last time. Kick my shoes off by the door, just like I always do. But the hallway feels much longer since it's missing half of you. I've mastered how to fake a smile, I've learned to play it cool. But when the sun goes down, I'm just a heartbroken fool. The dinner table's lonesome, so I eat standing up, staring at the stain you left upon your favorite cup. I put off the inevitable as long as I can stay, but eventually the moonlight turns the world to shades of grey. The stairs are creaking louder in this empty hollow shell. I'm walking toward the heaven that we turned into a hell. I reach out for the handle and I take a heavy breath. In the quiet of this hallway, it's a living kind of death. And I'm sleeping with the memories, 'cause I can't sleep alone, wrapped up in the ghost of you inside this house of stone. I'm reaching for a hand that isn't there to hold mine tight. I'm whispering your name into the middle of the night. The pillows smell like cedar and the sheets feel like the sea, and I'm drowning in the things that we will never get to be. Yeah, I'm closing my eyes, but I'm wide awake and blue, sleeping with the memories instead of sleeping next to you. stay on my side, on the left-hand edge of white. But I find myself drifting to the right throughout the night, tracing out the hollow where your body used to rest, with a heavy aching pressure sitting deep inside my chest. I remember how you'd mumble in your dreams about the rain. Now the only sound I'm hearing is the thumping of my brain. I'd give anything to hear you breathe, to hear you start to snore, anything to keep the silence from its knocking at my door. The door, the stairs are creaking louder in this empty hollow shell. I'm living in a story that I don't know how to tell. I'm reaching for the covers and I'm pulling them up high. Just a girl who's lost the only sun she had inside her sky. And now I'm sleeping with the memories, 'cause I can't sleep alone, wrapped up in the ghost of you inside this house of stone. I'm reaching for a hand that isn't there to hold mine tight. I'm whispering your name into the middle of the night. The pillows smell like cedar and the sheets feel like the sea, and I'm drowning in the things that we will never get to be. Yeah, I'm closing my eyes, but I'm wide awake and blue, sleeping with the memories instead of sleeping next to you. Saying darkness, you're as real as you can be. I can almost feel you turning, I can almost hear you plead. But when I reach to touch your face, the static starts to rise, and I wake up to the coldness with the salt back in my eyes. God, I'm sleeping with the memories, 'cause I can't sleep alone, wrapped up in the ghost of you inside this house of stone. I'm reaching for a hand that isn't there to hold mine tight. I'm whispering your name into the middle of the night. Just the memories keeping me warm. Just the memories in the eye of the storm. Good night, my love, wherever you are. I'm sleeping with the memories. The curtains are heavy, the tea's gone cold. Another morning of doing what I'm told, by a heart that's heavy, by a mind that's tired of fueling a flame that's no longer fired. I look in the mirror at the girl I used to be. She had stars in her eyes and a soul that was free. But the wind changed direction, the sky turned to gray, and you took the part of me that knew how to play. I'm grounded in the static of a quiet room, watching the garden forget how to bloom. I tried to remember the feeling of flight, but I'm tethered to gravity in the middle of the night. supposed to be anymore. The high altitude love, let the low valley ache. And I'm just trying to bend so I don't have to break it. It's a long way down from the things we believe, with these broken wings and these quiet dreams. I see the birds on the telephone wire, and I feel the flicker of that old-fashioned fire. But then I remember the way that I felt. The sky was a heaven, the landing was hell. You said you'd be the wind beneath my reach, but you were the lesson I didn't want to teach. Now I keep my head down and I walk the line, telling the world that I'm doing just fine. But I'm grounded in the static of a quiet room, watching the garden forget how to bloom. I try to remember the feeling of flight, but I'm tethered to gravity in the middle of the night. Now I'm just living with broken wings and quiet dreams. Nothing is ever as easy as it seems. I reach for the clouds, but I hit the floor. I don't know who I'm supposed to be anymore. The high altitude love, let the low valley ache. And I'm just trying to bend so I don't have to break it. It's a long way down from the things we believe, with these broken wings and these quiet dreams. Maybe the healing is in the descent, and counting the money and the time that I spent on a sky that was empty, on a promise of blue. Maybe I'm better off grounded than flying with you. As it seems, I reach for the clouds, but I hit the floor. I don't know who I'm supposed to be anymore. The high altitude love, let the low valley ache. And I'm just trying to bend so I don't have to break. Quiet dreams in a quiet room. I learned to walk, I learned to bloom, even if I never fly again. Even if I never fly again. The porch lights humming a lonely tune under the ghost of a January moon. I'm standing where the gravel meets the grass, watching the seasons and the shadows pass. You used to leave a trail of red clay mud. Now there's just a silence chilling my blood. The driveway's empty and the gate is closed. That's how a story goes, I suppose. I try to hold the shape of us in my head, but the edges are framed like a silver thread. I reach for the warmth, but the air is cold, and I'm losing the grip on the things I hold. And now I'm just staring at fading footprints in the snow, watching the only path I know start to go. Every winter wind blows a little more of you away, and I'm begging the ground just to make you stay. But the white turns to gray and the deep turns to shallow, and I'm just a girl chasing after a shadow. Yeah, I'm standing here watching your fading footprints go. I went to the creek where we carved our names, but the bark grew over and the wildwood claims every forever that we thought we knew. getting buried under shades of blue. I still wear your flannel when the house gets quiet, but the scent of your skin, I can no longer find it. It's like you're a secret I'm starting to forget, and that's the part that hasn't killed me yet. I try to trace the lines you left on my heart, but the memory's breaking, it's falling apart. I reach for the warmth, but the air is cold, and I'm losing the grip on the things I hold. And now I'm just staring at fading footprints in the snow, watching the only path I knew start to go. Every winter wind blows a little more of you away, and I'm begging the ground just to make you stay, but the white turns to gray and the deep turns to shallow, and I'm just a girl chasing after a shadow. Yeah, I'm standing here watching your fading footprints go. Is there a place where the lost things land, beyond the reach of my trembling hand? Because I'm terrified of the morning light, when the ground is smooth and the world is white, and there's no sign that you were ever mine. Fading out like a breath in the air, I look for you, but there's nothing there. Just the wind and the empty road, and the footprints, where did they go? The street lights flicker through the silver birch. Another day I survived doing the work. I smile for the neighbors and I play my part, but the sun is a liar to a broken heart. I keep my head up while the sky is blue, but the shadows have a way of finding you. The clock on the wall is a heavy sound, counting the minutes till the silence comes round. I'm okay in the morning, I'm fine at the door, but then the moon starts creeping across the floor. And oh, I miss you more at midnight, when the world goes dark and the stars lose their light. It's the ghost of your hand reaching out for mine. It's the cold on the side where you used to lie. I can fight the memory when the sun see all these tears.
Strikes 12 and I'm back in the dark, missing you more, missing you more. I kept the lights on 'cause the dark knew my name. Every picture on the wall still whispers your face. Coffee's getting cold like all the words we never said. I chase the cracks across the floor like memories in my head. People say it heals with time, but the clock won't cross that line. Every minute, every mile hurts the same. It's raining on the inside, flooding every room. Storm clouds in my ribcage, thunder in the truth. I smile like the sun outside, but I'm breaking where I hide. You left and now I carry every tear I couldn't cry. It's raining on the inside. Your sweater on the chair still smells like June, and the echo of your laughter haunts this empty room. I talk to you like you're still here, just to feel less alone. But I'm learning how to hold myself when there's nothing left to hold. Friends keep saying I'll move on, but they don't hear our favorite song, spinning circles in my chest all night long. It's raining on the inside, flooding every room. Storm clouds in my ribcage, thunder in the truth. I smile like the sun outside, but I'm breaking where I hide. You left and now I carry every tear I couldn't cry. It's raining on the inside. If love was meant to save me, why did it leave me here to drown? I'm shouting at the silence, but the silence drowns me out. Someday I'll see a blue sky, but tonight I'll let it pour. 'Cause maybe feeling everything will hurt a little less than before. It's raining on the inside. Used to draw our names in wet cement. Swore the sky would never let us spin. You said, baby, we're forever, don't be scared. But forever isn't something you can hold. It slips away when hearts grow cold. And suddenly the future isn't there. I saw it in the way you stopped saying my name, in all the little moments that never felt the same. We didn't fall out of love, we fell out of promise. Somewhere between always and honest. Stopped reaching for my hand, I kept trying to understand. We were built on words we never learned to keep. Now they haunt me every time I try to sleep. No final last strong kiss, we just fell out of promise. There's a box of letters underneath the bed, full of every dream we never said. And I wonder if you ever read them now. I still drive past the house we planned, with the porch swing and the wedding band. Funny how a life can fade somehow. I waited for a reason, for some great goodbye, but what we lost was quiet, it just slowly died. We didn't fall out of love, we fell out of promise. Between the truth and what we wanted, you drifted like a distant shore. I kept holding on for more. I gave you everything I had to give, but I can't build a future you won't live. No tears, no drama, nothing to fix. We just fell out of promise. Maybe one day I'll forgive the way it ended, how we pretended that forever meant we never break. But hearts grow up and dreams get bruised, and sometimes love is choosing to lose a life you swore you'd never shake. We didn't fall out of love, we fell out of promise, out of the faith that once was flawless. I'll carry what was good and true, but I can't keep chasing ghosts of you. So here's to all the words we couldn't say, to letting go and walking away. Not wrong, not cruel, just bittersweet like this. Fell out of promise and into what it is, and into what it is. We used to chase the morning through the blinds, laughing like we had all the time. You swore our love was more than just a phase. Now the echoes linger in this room, like the end came way too soon. And every corner holds your ghost in place. I thought we'd fill this house with dreams, but nothing's ever what it seems. Now there's an empty frame on the wall where our forever used to fall. I took the picture down, but I still hear your name somehow. of how you'd spin me slow across the floor. I keep the lights on when I sleep, 'cause memories cut a little deep, and darkness feels like you closing the door. Everyone says time will heal, but they don't know how real it feels. There's an empty frame on the wall, a story I can't tell at all. I took the picture out, but I can't take the pain right now. You left your shadow in the hall, your silence louder than a fall, and every room reminds me of it all, like that empty frame on the wall. Maybe someday I'll hang something new, a sunrise that doesn't look like you, but tonight I let the quiet stay and learn to love the space you gave away. There's still an empty frame on the wall, proof that love can break and crawl. I'm learning how to breathe again without pretending we were meant. I'll paint tomorrow soft and small, and maybe I won't miss your call. But for now, the truth is simple after all. I'm just an empty heart and an empty frame on the wall. You packed the car before the sun came up, said it's not your fault, it's just bad luck. But the way you wouldn't meet my eyes told me more than any long goodbye. Your shadow slipped across the bedroom floor, like a secret you've been hiding for a while. I kept pretending love could fix the score, but I knew the truth behind your smile. I held the door and watched you drive away, and all the words I needed turned to clay. You left, I stayed, standing in the mess we made, holding on to promises that slowly lost their shine. You ran toward a different life, I kept trying to make it right. Loving you was something I could never unlearn. You left, I stayed, and I had to learn to burn. Your sweater still hangs on the closet door, your favorite song still hurts me to the core. I talk to you like you're still in this room, like maybe you'll be walking back in soon. Neighbors ask if everything's okay, I smile and say I'm doing fine, but every night I fold your empty space like a prayer I'm scared to leave behind. I count the things we never said out loud, and try to hold my heart together somehow. You left, I stayed, lost inside the plans we made, tracing every memory till the colors fade to gray. You chased the sun beyond our street, I kept standing on my feet, learning how to live with what we couldn't say. You left, I stayed, standing brave and afraid. Maybe someday I'll thank the pain for teaching me alright. tonight the wind still says your name. I'm not the girl I was before. I'm stronger now, but still unsure how love can go and leave you just the same. You left, I stayed, slowly letting go of yesterday, packing up the pieces that were never meant to stay. I'll keep the love released, and give my breaking heart a break, babe. I didn't lose myself, I just lost the game we played. You left, I stayed, and somehow I'll be okay. The streetlights flicker like they knew there's something quiet broken too. You said my name but not the same, like you were already far away. Your hands were warm, your eyes were cold, a story ended never told. You smiled like nothing's wrong at all, while I was bracing for the fall. I heard it hiding in your voice, the kind of hurt that sounds like choice, and every word felt like a closing door. That was the night you stopped loving me. I felt forever slip out quietly. No slam doors, no bitter fight, just truth that felt like winter light. I kept on holding what you'd already released, trying to save what didn't wanna be. My world went silent suddenly the night you stopped loving me. You talked about the little things, the weather work, the changing seasons, but not the part that matters most, the one where you became a ghost. I searched your face for any sign that maybe love was still alive, but you were somewhere I can't reach, like waves that pull away from beach. You didn't say the words out loud, but I could feel them crashing down. A quiet heartbreak hurt so much more. That was the night you stopped loving me. A soft goodbye without a plea. No lightning crash, no broken glass, just the end of us at last. I begged the moment not to set me free, 'cause freedom felt like misery. I lost the future I believed the night you stopped loving me. I replay it like a faded film, your shadow slipping past the sill. If love can die so peacefully, how do I trust what's left of me? I take 1,000 spoken scars over silence tearing us apart. Yeah, that was the night you stopped loving me, and everything turned memory. I finally whispered, let him go, but letting go was slow, so slow. I learned to live with what can't be, and find the girl I used to be, but part of me will always see the night you stopped loving me. Morning came and you were gone, but the echo still goes on and on. Love didn't break, it just went weak and disappeared without a scream. I keep a box beneath my bed, full of words I never said, ink stained blue with every night. I try to make the wrong feel right. Your name is on 100 pages, folded up like little cages. Every truth I tried to hide was just the hurt I felt inside. I wrote you all the ways you broke me, then tore them up before you know me. 'Cause loving you felt safer in my head. So here's to all the letters I never sent, to all the please don't goes that came and went, the apologies I never earned, and all the lessons love had to burn. I spoke my heart but only to the paper, like maybe you would read it later. But every word just came and went, like letters I never sent. There's one about the night you left, how silence sat upon my chest. I tried to write you back to me, but it can't fix a memory. I told you I was getting strong, but every line still read like wrong. I kept pretending I moved on, while every page said you were gone. If I had mailed just one confession, would it have changed our destination? Or was goodbye already said? So here's to all the letters I never sent, to all the weekend drive that never meant, the promises we couldn't keep, the midnight cries I couldn't sleep. I poured my heart in fragile phrases, hid them in the empty spaces, and let the truth stay hesitant in letters I never sent. Maybe somewhere in another life I'd find the courage not just right. I'd speak the words out loud to you and hear you say them back me too. But in this life we fell apart, and paper held my paper heart. So I'll light a match and let them fade, every page we never made. Watch the smoke rise slow and bend, like the letters I never sent. And if you ever wonder where I went, know I loved you every moment, but loving you was always meant to live in letters I never sent. I close the box, it feels like closure. Whisper goodbye and turn it over. Some stories end in ink, and that's where ours is kept. City lights are blurring through the glass, late night radio talking about the past. Your voice is just a ghost inside my phone. Say you're doing fine, I'm still alone. I trace our names across the dust, like I can draw my way back to us. But every memory flickers out, like candles you forgot about. I keep rewinding, love like it can still be saved, but every time it plays you fade. All that's left is smoke and hurt, broken pictures, scattered words. Holding on just makes it burn, ashes of what we were. I'm drowning in the quiet nights where you once fit into my life, and everything we swore was sure turned to ashes of what we were. Coffee getting cold beside the bed, reply I never typed, still in my head. Friends say give it time, you'll heal, but they don't know how real it feels. We had a world we we were. I lay them down, I won't return. I let the quiet finally learn that loving you was both a curse and a blessing in the ashes of what we were. Heartbeat steady, breaking slow. You're a story I'll never tell out loud. Just a shadow I once loved and had to let go. There's lipstick on the rim of the cup you left, and a voicemail I still haven't played yet. Morning light is spilling in like truth I can't outrun. Your jacket's hanging lonely on the chair. Your cologne still floating in the air. Funny how the smallest things can weigh 1,000 tons. I keep replaying every word you didn't say, trying to stitch the pieces back, but they won't stay. It's cold coffee and quiet goodbyes, tears I try to hide behind tired eyes. You walked out like summer fading in the night. No slam doors, just a softer kind of hurt. A whisper, promise sinking in the dirt. Guess love doesn't always end with storms and fights. Sometimes it's cold coffee and quiet goodbyes. I scroll through photos just to feel the ache, laughing at the memories that feel so fake. We had forever written down in ink that never dried. Your shadow follows me around the room, like every clock is ticking towards the truth. You can lose somebody slow and still feel cut inside. I reach for you across the sheets and find the past. I never thought the sweetest love could fade this fast. It's cold coffee and quiet goodbyes, letters in my head I'll never write. You slipped out the door like a secondhand sunrise. No fireworks, just the sound of letting go. A broken heart that no one has to know. Yeah, love doesn't always scream or say why. Sometimes it's cold coffee and quiet goodbyes. Maybe in another life we learn to stay, hold each other through the cracks and rainy days. But we were breaking long before we knew, and the hardest truth is loving you. So here's to cold coffee and quiet goodbyes. All the almost, all the could have beens we tried. I'll keep the pieces of us tucked away inside. No big scenes, no last stand fights, just empty chairs and faded lights, and me learning how to breathe without your sighs. With cold coffee and quiet goodbyes. Ooh, ah. We were painting futures on a midnight sky, talking like the stars would never say goodbye. You said, baby, we'll get out of this town someday. I believed every word like a prayer I'd keep. Held your promises while you fell asleep. Didn't know we built our dreams on clouds of clay. Now I'm standing in the quiet of what we lost, counting all the wishes that never got crossed. Guess we were living on borrowed tomorrows, holding on tight to a love we couldn't follow. You were already halfway gone while I was writing forever in stone. Now all I've got are shades of sorrow, photographs we can't rewind or swallow. You and me were never meant to grow, just borrow tomorrows, and a heart that won't let go. Your sweater still hangs on the backroom chair, and I swear I feel you when nobody's there, like a ghost that knows exactly where to hide. I replay the laughter, then the quiet fights, how we drifted like a ship without a light. It wasn't one goodbye, it was 1,000 little nights. I kept hoping love would learn to stay, but sometimes love just slowly fades away. Guess we were living on borrowed tomorrows, chasing a dream we could never own or borrow. You were slipping through my hands while I was making wedding plans. Now every sunrise feels so hollow, breaking on the truth I have to swallow. We were only ever meant to know those borrowed tomorrows before you let me go. Maybe time will heal the cracks, maybe I won't want you back, but tonight the future feels so far away. I'll pack the pieces of our past, say a prayer and let it pass, and learn to love the daylight anyway. We were living on borrowed tomorrows, hearts full of hope, blind to the shadow. Now I'm walking out alone, finding my way back home. I'll carry what we had, not the sorrow, make room for a different kind of tomorrow. But a part of me will always know. Tomorrows, and it just hurts to let you go. We used to talk like the world was ours, dancing under kitchen lights like falling stars. Every promise tastes the sweetest wine. You said, baby, nothing's gonna change, but little things got rearranged, and somehow you slipped further from my side. I felt it in the silence, in the way you wouldn't stay. Love doesn't break it once, it slowly fades away. Now I see cracks in our forever, lines we swore would hold together. All the words we carved in stone are turning into dust I can't hold. You were my always, my forever kind of dream, till forever wasn't what it seemed. Baby, nothing lasts like we thought it would, just cracks in our forever. cracks in our forever, but I'm stepping into something better. I'll carry what was true and real, and slowly teach my heart to heal. You were my always, that much is still true, but forever wasn't me and you. So here's to what we almost could have stood. Just cracks in our forever, and me letting go for good.